So this brings us very close to the end of our time together. So I wanted to ask you reviewers, tell us a couple of responses about your experiences of the whole process. What did you find easy? What did you find difficult? What can we do better to make this process more useful for you?
Which of us should talk?
Whoever wants to start. You'd like to start, Wyatt.
I think I'll go second.
Okay. So who wants to talk a little bit about this?
I thought it was really interesting to read the articles, and I learned a lot reading them. And I don't think I would have learned about this stuff otherwise.
Right. It's true that as you learn the papers, you tend to learn a lot of things that might be, having been forced to read, you're not quite what it's thought out. And also it's a great way for scientists to track what their colleagues are doing, because we get asked to review papers by people that are doing things much more than what we're doing.
This is about the overall experience of all of the articles. I think that they were very helpful because they teach you more about your brain. Your brain is part of your body. It's right here in your head, and I think you should know as much as you can about everywhere.
What about the process of science? So now that you've become kind of introduced or almost put involved quite deeply into the scientific process, what do you think of it?
I think it's fun. I mean,
It's fun.
Do you think that there is something that scientists aren't doing that we should be doing? Do you think that
Not
there is
really.
some part of the way that we're communicating with our audience, with you, the way that we teach science, you see that there are areas for us to improve in?
definitely.
Okay, great. What would be some of those areas?
Not getting the articles mixed up. Being better speakers with the audience, and also it'll help deepen your learning on the article.
Any other final comments on the process?
No.
Darius, do you have any thoughts?
Well, I think that it's definitely helpful because when you're actually reading an article to review it, you have to think about it more in depth than you would be if you were traditionally reading it. And also, it's helpful for talking to other people and explaining concepts to them, because it kind of teaches you, in a way, how to talk to a certain person and make things simpler, because I've been told by many people that I use too many complicated words. So I found this to be very helpful with that. Sure.
Great. So we have maybe 2 questions in the audience. Anyone has a question for our panel? Any questions? Or to the scientists, of course, who presented?
I think if I find any question, I think about it, and I think if it's in the middle of the article, I keep reading to see if it answers it. And if it's not, I think if it's useful information, and if it's not, I just don't ask it.
Well, if it's the type of thing where it's obvious that it's fact, then I state it as fact, but everything else, just to be safe, I state it as opinion, because it's if I make a mistake, then I just am looking stupid.
I wish everyone were like you, Wyatt. One more question. Yeah. How much time does it take to understand it? Who wants to jump in on that one?
After you read it, you pretty much understand it.
Hello. Okay. It depends on what age it's intended for. If it's like older than your age, like if you read it twice, it kind of sinks in. And if it's like meant for your age or like younger, then it one read is enough.
I think it also depends on like how complicated the article is and what's it about. So it kind of depends. Yeah.
Well, understanding it usually doesn't take too much time, but thinking in depth, like which parts, what do I need to learn more about this, is definitely takes a lot more time, and you also end up going down the rabbit hole with every single other bit of background information about the subject. I know I tend to do that, at least.
So, one last question. Yeah, Wyatt.
Do they have to be brain related or like any?
Any subject.
Robotics and physics right now.
Mason, what would you want to hear from?
I would like to hear more about what we're hearing now. And that's about it.
Okay.
I would like to hear about aeronautical engineering.
Okay.
Nature, space, and robot kind of stuff. I'd like to hear about like robots and artificial intelligence and possible life in other planets.
Chemistry and biochemistry.
Great. So I wanted to leave you all with a hopeful, upbeat tone walking out. And we've been sitting around for a little while, so I thought it'd be good for us to move a little bit. So I thought I'd send us off with a song, if you don't mind. This is by George Gershwin, and it's apropos of this particular event because it's called They All Laughed. It's about people who had ideas that were laughed at first, but ultimately changed the world. So I'm going to ask you guys to help me out, if you don't mind, by either giving me a rhythm, or clapping your hands, or tapping your feet. The owl was hungry to run and see. The world thought the heights were too high to climb. But people from this story never said me. Oh, I wasn't a bit Chabot Space and Science Center and the Bay Area Science Festival. Have a great afternoon.